Sometimes in gaming, a sequel can either make or break a game franchise. If Batman Arkham City was a bad game, people would look at it very differently than the high praise that they do now. When Saints Row 1 came out, the hardware limitation the development team Volition was expecting was old compared to the power of the 7th generation consoles. Not to mention, most of the team was new to making an open world sandbox game, so there wasn't an experience factor. After Saints Row 1 sold well enough for THQ to push a possible sequel, and the last game ending on a possible cliffhanger, Saints Row 2 was set in stone. With a much higher development team than the game before it and a foothold on the new software, Volition had big plans for sequels, even bigger than what the most hardware at the time was available. This time around, the team didn't have one console to work with, they had two, with PlayStation wanting the game to be on their console. And with very little idea of the console scaling, Volition brought in a team dedicated on that portion of development. With GTA 4 coming sooner rather than later, Volition dropped a trailer for Saints Row 2 in May 2007. Leading up to the games, Volition released more trailers, like the one where Gary Busey, who is the voice actor of Phil Cassidy in Vice City and Vice City Story, describes all the stuff you can do in the game, and one where Volition dead ass just sneak disses Rockstar, being like, hey yo, what would you rather do? Do boring ass shit like play darts or play pool? Or would you rather spray the city full of shit? Woo! Saints Row, everyone!
Would you rather go to the cabaret with a friend? Or inflict serious bodily injuries to your friend to earn a little insurance money?
After a great marketing run, Saints Row finally released in October 2008, and the game was a huge upgrade from its predecessor. Now, I'm gonna be reviewing this game and breaking down the game in three categories: gameplay, side shit, and storyline. Gameplay gonna be how the game runs and playable features. Side shit is gonna be like extra shit you can do other than the storyline, and storyline as well. The storyline. Now, let's get into this. First things first, the hand-to-hand combat is greatly improved. Instead of you just swinging your fists and they just do a whole ragdoll physics, now you can actually do a combo on people. If you hit 3 hits in a row, you do this cool ass move. You can like bitch slap someone, kick someone in the balls. Woohoo! Fun times. You can now aim down scopes in the weapons. I know, right? It took a whole sequel for them to actually make it where you can aim your gun. You can now emote now, and like the emotes are kind of funny, I guess. Yeah. The activities are a lot funner now. We get into that later though. There are now motorcycles, boats, helicopters, and planes, adding a whole variety of fucking mobility instead of just there being cars. Like, bitch, there wasn't motorcycles in 2006, there wasn't planes. You can pick up small objects and hit people with them or throw them. Cars still despawn when you look away, but like, I guess now it happens less often, so it's not that big of a problem. There's now a new exploration system where now if you go into a district that you've never been to before, it's like, yo! Congratulations, you discovered the Mario District. You can now pick what difficulty you want to play this game at. For this playthrough, I decided to play this game at the hardcore difficulty. Man, did I make a mistake. For some reason, if you play this game on hardcore, man, every single pedestrian just wants to run your ass over. Fucking helicopters with missiles just one-shot your ass. They don't even tell you that they're coming. They're just like, hey yo, what's up? You're dead. The game actually looks great now. Now, don't get me wrong, Saints Row 1 doesn't look that bad, especially for a game that came out in 2006. I don't know, because I'm playing on the Xbox One. Because honestly, I don't remember it looking this good on the 360. Like, I remember it... but now it looks like, woohoo! The NPCs are a high improvement from last game and add way more life into the city. Like, you could be just going somewhere and you're like, oh yeah, look at this dude, he's juggling for some reason. The city is now great, with many points of interest, and the city, in my opinion, is one of the best in open world city history. Okay, so this is like a quick, like, post-editing post thingy. Yeah. When I make these videos, I compare the games in order to how they were in the prequels. So there's a lot of things I haven't gone over gameplay wise, but I'm not gonna say it because I already said it that it was in Saints Row 1. So everything that was already in Saints Row 1, I'm not gonna already like say, like, yeah. The soundtrack is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like when I played this game the second time around, third time, I'm sorry. I didn't really pay attention to the soundtrack because I had the radio off most of the time. Cause I'm I'm not gonna lie, I was like listening to my own music. But I do know that like there's that one song that was like, she's my gangsta bitch, and like the ad libs like gangsta bitch. I fucking love that song. The player finally has a fucking voice, doesn't say only 4 voice lines, like they actually speak a lot in this game. And the customization of the player is greatly improved, and you can finally make your player a woman. Equality, everyone! You can now buy stores in this game, giving you a discount at the store and will give you a passive income. The tagging minigame is also much improved. Instead of it being like an MK fucking combo, you can now fucking just like you basically just spray shit on the wall. The customization is greatly improved from last game, to be honest. You can now improve things like your house, what style your gang has, what cars they drive, and what you want to tag your walls with. You can now buy apartments throughout the map, and honestly the apartments are pretty fucking dope. Once again, they're customizable, so like if you don't like this bed, boom, pimp bed. You can play video games within this video games, which is a zombie survival. Honestly, the zombie survival is kind of fun. It's kind of, honestly, it gets difficult after a while. And I mean, I guess that's what it's supposed to do, you know, that's how what wave system is supposed to be. But, you know, fun times. There's a fucking mini game where you literally fuck. I'm not even kidding. You go into a bathroom and you fuck someone. And I guess, like, the more you play it, like, the better you get at it, you know, how sex works in real life. But, like, there was no point. Some horny ass developer was like, man, you know what we need? Sex. The clothing customization is still pretty fucking bad, honestly. I think there's even less options than the last game, like, and most of the options are for women, which, you know, isn't bad, because I guess, I don't know, I'm not trying to be sexist here. Basically what I'm saying, you know, women tend to wear or have a bigger closet of clothes than men, so I guess it would make more sense if there's more women customization for clothing. Well, bruh, come on, bro, you can do better than this. The car customization is even better. Like, oh my god, let me get into this car customization. You can basically customize any fucking car in this game, and well, almost every car, like basically any car that's big enough to fit into the garage. Like, oh shit, you want a limo that has no tent for no reason at all? Here you go. Oh, you want a cop car that looks like shit? Here you go. You want this freckle bitch delivery van to look like a chick? Woohoo! Now, for the next side shit, I was gonna put into the activities, but honestly, this shit doesn't give you enough respect, so I'm just putting it in the side shit category. You can fucking drive around in a taxi and deliver people, which, like, you know, isn't really new to open world sandbox games, but, you know, it's still cool. There's an ambulance where you go around saving people from near death by either doing that shit where you push on their chest, or that other shit where, like, you, like, rub those things together. I don't know what they're called. You can also tow people's cars. Fun, I guess. You can also go to the casino, play blackjack or poker, you know, get a gambling addiction. Woohoo, fun times, everyone. And that is it for the side shit category. Now, let's get into the storyline. Before I get into the storyline, there's something I need to get a point across to all you people. Just like Saints Row 1, if you want to do a mission, you need 1 respect. To get respect, you need to do activities, or you can do other side shit, which, conveniently enough, the game actually tells you how much respect you're getting. Like, if you barely miss a car, it'll be like, oh yo, near miss, 2 respect. If you, like, shoot someone in the head, hey yo, headshot, 3 respect. But, most of the time, once again, you just want to do these activities. The activities include racing. Well, the racing is much better than the first game, but the skill gap is still tiny. There's Fuzz, where you go around pretending to be a cop for a show. Fight Club, where you fight multiple opponents with the number of opponents and difficulty rising as you go up in rounds. Drug Trafficking, where you defend a drug trafficker as he... Drug trafficker? Is that even what they're called? Drug dealer, as they go around, make deals with a bunch of gang members and the police try and stop you. Now there is more variables that can happen, like the dealer deciding to betray y'all. Crowd control, where you take role of a security guard and protect a celebrity from crazy fans by like throwing them into multiple objects. Heli assault, where you hop into a helicopter and take out multiple targets and complete objectives. Hitman, where you draw out targets by doing an objective, whether it be calling a number so they deliver food and you shoot them in the head, or attacking a wall and you kill them. Chop Shop, where you basically pick from a list of cars, you go to where the cars are most likely gonna be, you wait until the car appears, you take the car, bring it back to the mechanic. Trailblazer, where you drive an ATV that's on fire through checkpoints with a set amount of time that will run out if you fail to run over civilians or other vehicles. Mayhem, same thing as Saints Row 1, where you just get assigned a district and you go kill people, burn shit, fuck school, and get a combo. There's Septic Avengers, where you basically get escorted in a fucking septic thingy and you go around spraying shit everywhere. There's Insurance Fraud, where you throw yourself in front of cars. There's now an adrenaline system where if you perform cool combos, you get like basically like adrenaline rush and you go even higher, and yeah, it's cool. Escort, where you drive around a prostitute and a client while they do their little thing in the back, and well, news vans follow for no reason, and if you fail, you fail if they get enough footage. Snatch, where you go and get them hoes, boy. You go get hoes and bring them back to your pimp. That's it. Let's get into the storyline. 2 years after the bow explosion that should have killed the player. No, seriously, how the fuck do you survive this? Oh yeah, THQ wanted a sequel, that's why. We wake up in a prison hospital where we meet Carlos, who helps us escape and tells us that the Saints have crumbled, new gangs have taken over the city, and Jane Vogel, who is the CEO of Ulta, who is the clothing company, and Saints Row 1, has reinvented Stillwater into a utopia, minus the utopia. Jane Vogel is also very evil and is very two-faced. Troy Bradshaw, as you might remember as Troy Johnson in the last game, is also the chief of police and now wants to, eradicate gang violence. First day out of prison, the player sees that Johnny Gat is on trial for killing half of Stillwater, and we go to save him, getting the electric chair. We can't go back to the old church because it's been redesigned by Ultra, so we go to an abandoned hotel and solve the homelessness problem. We get the Saints new Saints back together. Shandi, who is a laid-back stoner chick who helps more than anyone in this game. Carlos, who's only in the gang because he helps us escape from prison, and he's a little shit that can't do anything. Pierce. Fuck Pierce. These are the enforcers and are assigned to help us take out the other gangs. Pierce gets the Ronin, Shandi gets the Sons of Samedi, and Carlos gets the Brotherhood. For this video, I'm going after the Ronin first. Pierce creates a plan to rob a Ronin-owned casino that probably took him many days in research, and Johnny says, fuck that shit, let's just kill everyone inside. We go rob the casino, and the Ronin, obvious not being a big fan of us, go to a hideout where they get nay-nayed. The tension between the Ronin are raising as Mr. Akuji, who's the owner of the Ronin, and is old as fuck, is getting mad at his son Shago, who is the son of Mr. Akuji. He's an arrogant little shit. The bodyguard Junichi. Okay, look, I'm sorry. Fuck, I said I'm wrong so many times. I have made so many attempts at this video to say Junichi. I think that's almost how you say it. He's basically being nerfed by only being the bodyguard. Like seriously, he could probably take out the entire Saints single-handedly if he didn't have Shago as his leader. You know what they say, if they take your money, take away their wife, and the Ronin do just that. Junichi, who also stabs Johnny, but he still lives because it would take a whole fucking nuke to kill Johnny. He invites us to go 1v1, snipers only rust, first to 10. We sword fight Junichi and kill him. Johnny gets a visit from the Ronin while we're visiting him, and the lights turn red like Kane's about to attack us. We survive the attack and BAM! Johnny's back on the team. We blow up their hotel, and when they try to pull a Uno reverse card, they get fucking obliterated and we kill Akuji. Just kidding, it wasn't a boss fight so it didn't count. Shago interrupts Aisha's funeral, which is like a real dick move, like come on bruh. That should be like an unspoken rule that even if you hate someone a lot, you should, come on, you shouldn't do that. We take out Shago and defeat him in a buried alive match. We have a final showdown where Johnny takes out a small army, and we kill a small army and Mr. Kuji, so we get the platinum job reward instead of Johnny. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the Ronin. Now let's get into the Brotherhood. We meet Mero, who is the leader of the Brotherhood and is probably the most badass villain in the whole series. In the Batcave, we get swarmed by the police, and after we save him, he offers us a partnership but only offers 20%. Psych, get that out of here, boy. Also, we find Donnie, the former boyfriend of Lin, who is, you know, Lin the last game, bitch. Wow, I did not mean to say bitch. I was so misogynistic. Please don't cancel me. Basically, the chick in the last game. I'm pretty sure saying chick is even worse than whatever. She was in the last game. She used Donnie to get into the rollers behind the backs. Yeah. I hope you guys at least watch my last video if you guys watching this one. We find him, we make him blow up a few of the Brotherhood's cars, and as his punishment, he gets thrown like a football. After Carlos' useless ass tells us that he doesn't have a plan, we go steal radioactive waste and mix it in with Mero's tattoo mix. He becomes Two-Face. To get revenge, he drags Carlos across the whole city, literally, and you know what they say, if they take away your enforcer, take away their girlfriend, and we do exactly that. But we make Mero kill her by crushing her in a car that she's in while he's in the car show. Mero, obviously being pissed that we did that, goes to Dane Volkl and threatens him to threaten Troy Bradshaw to release the Brotherhood from prison. Instead of getting released, they get blown up and Mero is obviously pissed. He goes back to Dane's office, but Dane's like, psych, that ain't happening, and tells Mero that they were stealing the shipment that he was expecting. Mero tries to outsmart us by telling us to go to the shipment so we can go there, kill the Alto guards, and then get bombarded by the hundreds of Brotherhood members at the Sins, but forgets the fact that we were basically the Terminator and we get this shipment instead. With the new weapons, we go after their hideout and shoot up the whole place until we 1v1 against Mero, but his tattoo artist saves him. Instead, he runs away like the little chicken shit he is. Like, come on, bro. You're supposed to be a more badass character. How the fuck are you gonna be doing this? He tells us to 1v1 Nuketown, but the 1v1 is actually a 1v8, and they have trucks instead of guns. We blow him up and shoot him, ending the Brotherhood. Woohoo! Ending of the Brotherhood. We're almost through this shit. Now we have the Sons of Shamdi. Fuck. They're mostly drug ran, so in order to fuck up their business, we go take a couple samples from the product and resell it ourselves. Shamdi remembers a dude that she dated named DJ Veteran Child, stupid name, that works for the Sons of Shamdi. We go blow up a drug farm, and somehow the general, who is the leader of the Sons, and Papa Shango, aka Sunshine, aka Snoop Dogg, gets the idea that Veteran Child had something to do with it, so he kidnaps Shamdi. DJ Veteran Child kidnaps Shamdi, not Snoop, and gets killed like a moron. We get hit in the head with a baseball bat for the second time in this series, gets drugged, and fend off an attack on the row, and Papa Shango gets his ear cut off after we destroy a few helicopters that should have supplied them with, like, I don't know, whatever the fuck they needed to get supplied with. We fend off an attack from some crack fiends who tells us where Shango is, and we go and kill him. After finding out that the stoner girl can actually hack, we go hack the police station surveillance and track down the general and kill him. Dane Volkl doesn't like that gangs are running Stillwater, so after a victory against, well, whatever the fuck gang you decide to kill at last, he decides to attack us with Ultra Goons. We blow up their underground base and shoot up the boat party as retaliation. After Dane makes a speech, we go 35th President him, but the planes are foiled by a guard, so we chase him down and kill him in his villain tower instead. Roll credits. Just kidding, there's a secret mission. Troy Bradshaw, like the dumbass he is, leaves voice tapes around the police office, because you have to sneak into the police station, that reveal that Julius was the one that blew up the boat in the prior game. We get Dex's number from the office, Dex sends us to meet up with Julius, and we get ambushed by Ultra guards. We survive the attack and the player shoots him. This marks the end of the so-called gangster era of Saints Row. Man, the storyline is the peak of Saints Row. Like, boy, does it go downhill after this. I did skip over some cool moments from the plot, like the small Pierce being jealous of Shandi's storyline and the whole Shago and Akuji family dynamic, but in order to make sure that this video is an hour long like the last video, I've decided to let the viewer discover these small plot lines on their own. Playing this game honestly never gets old. The open world is perfect and one of the best of the genre. The storyline is a perfect mix of seriousness and wackiness that plagues the series in the following games. The activities feel less like a chore from the previous game, and this game has a lot more of a distinct feeling other than being like high inspiration from the GTA series. Well, them drawing, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. This game is beloved within the Saints Row community and non-mainstream gamers for a reason, which is why, out of 5 stars, I give this game, drum roll please, 4.5 stars. It ain't a perfect game, but man, it's worth all the money that they sell it for. And even though it ain't as popular as a sequel, man, when I tell you it's better, it sure is better. Before I end this video, I've seen that the new Saints Row reboot is gonna come out. Well, it has been announced. Man, it would probably be better if they didn't come out with this game. I know I'm about a month too late on this, and I know there's been a lot of hate on this game, but honestly, I'm kind of hyped for it, okay? It has been way too fucking long since there's been a last Saints Row game. And so, like, whatever the fuck they come out with, I'm gonna play it, okay? I know I'm a fanboy. I give no shits. And I just want to say sorry that this video took as long as it did, but I did get sidetracked with this video, and plus, I had some shit going on with my real life, so this video took about a month longer than it should have. Although I don't want to be strictly a Saints Row channel right now, it is the main game I'm focusing on in order to review these games in order. Hopefully I can get done with the new I can get done with the Get Out of Hell review by the time that the new game comes out, so when that video comes out, I can be moving on to a new series. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios!